It is about a young boy named Leo and what he discovered in a place called the Garden of Not Yet. Leo was a bright, curious kid, but there was one thing that drove him crazy: the violin. He'd just started lessons, and every time he drew the bow across the strings, it sounded less like music and more like a cat screeching. His fingers felt clumsy and slow on the fingerboard. He'd watch his teacher, Miss Anya, play beautiful melodies, and then look at his own fumbling attempts and feel a hot wave of frustration. One afternoon, after a particularly squeaky rendition of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, he threw his bow down on the music stand. "I can't do it," he declared, his lower lip trembling. "I'm just not a violin player." Miss Anya didn't scold him. She didn't say, "Yes, you can." Instead, she smiled a gentle, knowing smile. She sat down next to him and said something that Leo would never forget. "Oh, Leo," she said softly, "it's not that you can't do it. It's just that you can't do it **yet**." Leo looked at her, confused. "Yet? That's right," she said, her eyes twinkling. "Come with me. I want to show you something." She led him out of the music room, down the school hallway, and into the vibrant school garden. The air was sweet with the scent of soil and blooming flowers. Miss Anya walked over to a small, protected patch of earth where a tiny, fragile-looking sapling was pushing its way out of the ground. It had just a few small leaves. "Look at this little guy," she said, pointing to the sapling. "This is a baby oak tree. Do you think it's a failure because it's not a giant 100-foot tree right now?" Leo shook his head. "No, it's just a baby." "Exactly," Miss Anya continued. "We don't get angry at a seed for not being a tree. We don't yell at it and say, 'You can't grow.' What do we do instead?" Leo thought for a moment. "We water it and make sure it gets sunlight." "Precisely. We give it what it needs to grow. We give it time, patience, and nourishment, and slowly, day by day, it gets a little stronger, a little taller. It's not a big tree. **yet**. Learning something new? Leo is just like this little sapling. Your brain is the garden, and every new skill you try to learn is a seed you plant." She looked back at Leo, whose frustration had now been replaced by fascination. "When you first picked up that violin, you planted a violin-playing seed. Right now, it's just a tiny sprout. That screechy sound you make, that's the sound of the sprout pushing through the soil. It's not a failure. It's the sound of effort. It's the sound of growth." She explained that every time he practiced, even when it was hard and didn't sound good, he was watering that seed. Every time he learned a new note or how to hold the bow a little better, he was giving it sunlight. You're not born a violin player or not a violin player. Just like this seed wasn't born a tree or not a tree, you become one. Skill isn't something you either have or you don't. It's something you build. This idea of yet completely clicked in Leo's mind. It was like a magic word that unlocked a new way of thinking. He realized he had been treating his abilities like they were set in stone. He thought he was either good at things or bad at them. And that was that. Ms. Anya showed him that his abilities were more like muscles. The more he worked them, the stronger they would get. He went back to his violin lesson with a new perspective. When he made a squeaky note, he no longer thought, "I'm terrible at this." Instead, a little voice in his head, sounding a lot like Miss Anya, said, "I haven't mastered this note, **yet**." The frustration didn't vanish completely, but it lost its power. It was no longer a wall stopping him. It was just a hurdle he hadn't jumped over yet. He started to see yet everywhere. When he struggled with a math problem, he told himself, "I don't understand this, **yet**." When he couldn't climb to the top of the rope in gym class, he thought, "I'm not strong enough, **yet**." This simple, three-letter word transformed every challenge from a judgment on his abilities into an opportunity for growth. It gave him permission to be a beginner, to be imperfect, and to keep trying. Leo started to approach his violin practice like tending to his own little sapling. Each scale was a drop of water. Each difficult passage he worked through was a ray of sunshine. Some days, it felt like the sapling wasn't growing at all. But he kept at it, remembering Mizanya's words. He was patient, and slowly, things began to change. The screeches became fewer and farther between. His fingers started to find the right places on the strings more eyes. One day, he played Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star from beginning to end without a single squeak. It wasn't a concert hall performance, but it was music. He ran to find Mizanya, his face beaming with pride. She listened to him play, and when he finished, she didn't just clap. She gave him a huge smile and said, "See, Leo, your tree is growing." Over the years, Leo became a wonderful violinist. He joined the school orchestra and even played solos. But more important than the music he learned to play was the lesson he learned in the garden. He learned about the power of the growth mindset. He understood that intelligence, talent, and skills aren't fixed traits you're born with. They are things that can be developed through dedication, hard work, and, most importantly, the belief that you can improve. This story of Leo and the Garden of Not Yet is a powerful reminder for all of us. How often do we tell ourselves, I can't learn a new language. I can't start a business. I can't get in shape. I can't draw. We put up these walls and limit our own potential. But what if we added that one little word to the end of those sentences? I can't speak Spanish. Asterisk yet asterisk. I don't know how to code. Asterisk yet asterisk. I haven't finished my project. Asterisk yet asterisk. Suddenly, a dead end becomes a path. A failure becomes a lesson. A limitation becomes a temporary state. This is the essence of the growth mindset, a concept researched by psychologist Carol Dweck. People with a fixed mindset tend to avoid challenges because they see them as risks. If they fail, it proves they aren't smart or talented. But those with a growth mindset embrace challenges. They see them as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. They understand that effort is the path to mastery. And guess who is more successful and happier in the long run? You got Ito ones who live in the land of yet. So, the next time you're facing a struggle, whether it's learning an instrument, tackling a difficult project at work, or trying to master a new skill, I want you to think of Leo's little sapling. Remember that your brain is a garden. Don't yell at the seed for not being a tree. Instead, water it with effort. Give it sunlight with persistence. Be patient and trust the process of growth. Embrace the power of not yet. It's one of the most powerful tools you have for learning, for achieving, and for becoming the person you want to be. Your greatest abilities aren't the ones you have now, but the ones you haven't discovered yet. Thanks so much for watching today. I'd love to hear about it. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on mindset and personal growth.